Hi, in this video we're going to be talking about playlists, watch later lists, and queued videos when it comes to YouTube videos. So if you're a YouTube user, you might just simply watch videos, one at a time or do a search for them and then just pick and choose from your search results. But there are some other ways to go about watching your videos. So let's say you have a certain category that you like, or you find a bunch of videos that you like on a certain topic. You could actually use one of these features to make it easier to save them and watch them later. All right, so we're going to quickly go through what each one of these are, and then we'll show you on the YouTube website. All right, so first we have playlists. So these are a saved, structured list of videos. They could be in a fixed order. You could have them from one channel, multiple channels, saved to your account, shareable with links, autoplay, and so on. So these are best for courses and tutorials, step-by-step learning, long-form viewing, and content creators organizing their material. So the key advantage here is having full control over the playback order. And then we have the watch later list. So this is a saved list of videos that you want to return to later. So these are added using save to watch later, and these are saved to your YouTube account. They're accessible from any device when you're signed in, and they do not play automatically in sequence unless you manually start the watch later list as a playlist. So they're similar, yet they're not. All right, so these are best for bookmarking videos, saving content for future viewing, and the key limitation is that they're not designed for structured or sequential playback by default. And then finally, we have the queued videos. So these let you temporarily line up videos to play next. So think of this as a one-time viewing list. But when I say that, you may find that when you close your browser and open it back up again, you'll be able to see your queued videos as long as you're logged into your Google account. So that's the key here, is being logged into your Google account if you want to use these features. All right, so videos are added using add to queue. So it plays the videos in the order you add them. So the queue exists only for the current session, and the queue is lost if you refresh the page, close the browser. Sometimes I find it goes both ways, or open YouTube on another device. All right, so let's go to the YouTube website here. See if I can shrink this down so we can see the sidebar here. Okay. All right, so one thing you might notice here is you have a playlist and a watch later section, but you do not have a queued video section because that's technically not something you would save. It's kind of like an on-the-spot kind of list. All right, so if we go to the playlist for this test account here, you can see your watch later videos will actually be in your playlist. So it's kept there as its own playlist, and this one's set to private. And I have this one on mountain biking, and you also have a liked videos playlist. So every time you like a video, it'll be added to this playlist. And if we go into it here, you can see we have all the videos that have been liked with this account. And then while you're here, you could do things such as loop it, shuffle it. You can see how many videos, 64 in this case. Then you can just click on each one and go through them. And if you want to remove one from your list, just click on the three dots here. Removed from liked videos. You could also share it by giving you a link, or if you have one of your email accounts or X account tied to YouTube, you can do that. Download it if you have YouTube Premium. You can't do it otherwise. Or you could save it to a playlist. So you could save it to one of your other playlists. So if you want to have it in a playlist instead of just in your liked videos, you could do that. And you could also save it to your watch later list. So you can kind of see how all these tie together. And you can also see how they're kind of similar in a way, so it can be a little bit confusing because of that. So let's go back here. Sidebar. All right, let's go back to playlists here real quick. All right, and then you can see from your playlist here, you could delete and edit it. So this was a custom made one. So you could actually change the name, description, change it from public to unlisted to private. Private is the default here. Or you could send a link to your playlist so somebody else could watch it. Or if you keep it public, then others will be able to find your playlist and watch your videos. And you can see the liked videos is not a real playlist. It just happens to be in with your playlist. Then I have this one as well. And then same for the watch later. It's not really a playlist, even though you could find it in your playlist. Yes, I know it is kind of confusing. And if you click here, you could sort it by A to Z or recently added if you have a lot of items in your playlist. All right, so let's go look at a video here. Let's do another search for this existing one here on a new page. All right, let's say we wanted this video here. You could see we could click on it, save to playlist, and then we could pick one of our playlists. So we could put it in our mountain biking list, for example, then it would be added there when we go back. And you can make a new playlist from here, give it a title, choose the visibility, have it set to collaborate with other people so they could actually add their videos to your playlist. So that's a nice feature. And then you could save it to the watch later, which we're going to be talking about next, and then the same download and share options and report it if there's something that you think is inappropriate about it. Okay, so now let's talk about save to watch later while we're here. So let's click on this. All right, so now this has been added to our watch later list here. So if we go to the watch later section, you can see it's been added here along with some other ones that I have in the watch later list. And then you can play them all from here, shuffle them, add other videos. And this will just bring up a search box where you can search from there. And then from your watch later list, you have this drop down here for sorting options. So this is a nice feature. And then click on the three dots. You could add it to a queue, which we'll be talking about later, add it to one of your playlists, and then remove from the watch list, and then you can move it to the top and the bottom. So as you can see here, going back to the document here, this is best for bookmarking videos and saving content for future viewing. But it's not designed for structured or sequential playback by default, even though you can play them all at once. So it's very similar to a playlist, but there are a few differences. All right, so you can think of a playlist more as something a little more structured, videos that you want to keep or watch later, just a kind of a place to bookmark some videos. So I'm not sure why they really have both, because they really don't need both. They would be fine just with one or the other. But just figured we would go over both options in case you wanted to check them both out and see which one works best for you. All right, so now we're going to be talking about queued videos. So let's go back to our search here. So let's say you're scrolling through some videos here. I might want to watch it later here. You could add it to your queue, and it'll automatically start playing in the mini player. And then you could move this around on the screen here. It seems to only like to go to the corners, doesn't want to stay in the middle. And then you could go back full screen here into the regular mode. And if you close this, it's no longer in your queue. So that's one catch there. But let's do it again here. Add to the queue. And if we click this little down arrow here, you can see we have our queued list kind of building. And now let's say we move this to the side here. Let's say, oh, I want this one too. Add it to the queue. You can see now it'll say add to queue, and you can click on see list, except I missed it. So let me go do another one here. But you can see we have one of two queued videos here. And you can see it here. And if you click on save, you could save it to one of your playlists here. But let's go do another video here. Let's say this one, add to queue. Now I click on see list. Then it'll bring up the separate list. And now watch what happens if I close the window here. It clears the queue for the player, but it doesn't clear the list for these queued videos. So they, YouTube says it's supposed to be more of a temporary thing, and once you close out, then they're gone. But in reality, it's really not. So let's say we opened up a new page here on YouTube. Did our search again. Add this one to the queue. Refresh this. Now you can see the queue still stayed the same. So once you start this queue here and kind of close out the player, even though you add this to queue, it still starts as one of one. So it's going to make a second queue. So now see the list here. So now we have two queues. We could close this out, and we have them both here. But if I were to close this page here, the tab, then that queue would be lost. So let's say we do it on this one. Now that queue is gone because it's just a temporary thing. But sometimes, like I said, if you have your browser set to restore the previous session, so let's check out the options here. This is Chrome, by the way. On startup, continue where you left off. All right, so let's close Chrome here, reopen it. You can see my queue was saved just because I have the browser set to remember where I left off. But if I were to close this tab here, then I would no longer have this queue. And if I go back here, playlists, I don't have my queue here, and I don't have my queue here. This is just my watch later. So like I said, queue is more of a temporary thing because once you close out that mini player, your queue is lost unless you do the show list, which will bring up this page. But if you close this tab here, this queue will be lost. But overall, I would just think of the queue as a temporary way to, kind of put some videos aside so you can watch them later while in the same browser session. Don't think of it as a way to keep videos for good on a playlist. So that's where you want to use the actual playlists here. And like I said before, watch later to me is very similar. So I would just use one or the other, probably playlists, because it seems to have more features. And then of course you could delete your playlist as well. You can't delete your watch later list from here or your liked videos from here, but you can delete your playlist. And if you go into liked videos, you can see we have all of our videos that we liked. So these are videos that you clicked on the thumbs up button. It will keep track of them in the liked video section. So all these videos I've clicked thumbs up on. And you can sort them by videos or shorts. So 64 of them there. And you could come here and delete them from liked videos or move them over to a playlist or to watch later. And even add to the queue, but once again, that'll just be temporary for the most part. Alright, so hopefully that made sense. I know it's a little confusing, especially the playlist versus the watch later. The queued videos should be pretty obvious. So like I said before, I would just stick with one or the other. Most likely playlist, that's what I like to do. And that way you'll have all of your videos here in one place. And when you go to your playlist, you'll have your liked videos as well. And then if you notice you do have any watch later videos, you could click on the list. And then you could add them to a playlist if you want to do that. And then you could just clear out your watch later list. Alright, so hopefully that makes sense. So I would play around with it and see what works the best for you. Alright, thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe.